Here we go, first match of the evening. jxzo on the left, playing as Galan, and Fraeon on the right, playing as Sasquatch. The Werewolf versus the Jedi. Anything looking good? Yeah, it's all looking good, let's go. Well, that's a lot of jumping play by Galan. Getting in close, but being poked by the Sasquatch. Also, Sasquatch prefers to get up in the air quite a bit in these early seconds of the fight. Doing a lot of these fast pokes on the ground. But Galan, well, pretty much all even on the damage so far. Galan in trouble, goes for the Nightmare mode, isn't able to do any damage, and now is forced into the corner. Commentary request for a jokes. I would rather not. And I mean, this game is ripe for all sorts of Rule 34 stuff. I mean, I'm playing as Felicia, I should know. But I think I'll refrain with all the furry stuff. But yeah, I mean, whenever it's anthropomorphized, overly sexualized animals or what have you, there's bound to be a bit of a strange community around it. So first match goes to Fraeon's way and Sasquatch. Game sound is too low, let me fix that for you. So listen a while and tell me if that's any better. I'm keeping it a little low on my headphones, but it should be pleasurable for you all to listen to, and it doesn't have to make it louder for me. So just let me know if it's okay. It varies quite a bit from game to game. Just a bit more. Let's go. So that's just a tiny bit more of volume. Yeah, I got it. Tiny bit ammo. So now we hear the yellow wolf a little louder. Hope that's better. And as you see in this game, yeah, it's good now, okay, great. As you see in this game, when somebody goes down, they get full life, jump back up, and there's no round to let's get ready, fight kind of screen. There's nothing of that ilk, it's just the fight continues immediately. And for me, that's a bit of an issue, since I'm kind of used to gathering myself after the round if I take a beating, and preparing mentally for the next one. And in this game, I kinda immediately start taking another beating. So hey, that's 2-0 Fraeon's why. Going with a fast win in the second match. Picked up some speed while I was setting my volume. So Sasquatch, moving on. jxzo's Ganon, dropping to the loser's bracket. Second match, me versus Universal Quantifier. Let me make myself online and looking for a fight. Oh, I see Universal Quantifiers there. Let me challenge him first to 2 best of 3. Yeah, on Fightcade it's first 2 instead of best of. So kinda have to keep an eye on that. Challenge sent. Let's wait for Universal Quantifier to accept. And as usual, when I'm playing, I'm gonna be talking just a little bit less and focusing just that little bit more. How about accepting my challenge, Universal Quantifier? That would help the tournament along. There we go. Challenge accepted. Let's go with the redhead Felicia. Guillotine stage. Ouch, that hurts. Not safe. Fortunate grab. My anti-air didn't connect. That's not fitting. Down, should continue playing. That didn't connect. By down and C. It does have anti-air properties, but it did not connect on the demo. That's unfortunate. He was ready for that. Shouldn't do it twice against him. Ouch. Ooh, drop the combo then. Should have gone for the kick instead of the punch. So I'm not a full health bar behind, but he did have 3/4 of the bar left, so kind of a difference there. Let's take the blonde and see how it goes. Got some good connections there though in the first round. At the end of the or at the start of the second round. Mukku was on the chat. Yeah, that doesn't come. That connected by lock. But as is this in these games, you make your own damn lock. For me. Oh, I wish that connected. Top didn't connect with the hit. Unfortunate. Too bad on that as well. But that was kind of hopeful. Down. Shouldn't have jumped. Yeah, the ball doesn't damage me. Well, the ball doesn't damage him. It's the attack after the ball that does damage. Got combo there. I got a W against Universal Quantifier. I am happy. Yeah, to zone that. Uh-huh. Good bottom there. Well, it worked. Shekrom, hey, welcome. By the way, I gave you VIP. Nope. And I shouldn't have jumped in. Don't change how you're playing now. It was working so cool, so just keep doing what you were doing. It was working for me. Yep, fell behind. It is a cool game. Fell behind on the first round there. But hey, I did pick up that 1W there. What's that icon beside your name? That's the VIP diamond. You earned it with those Monster Hunters stream helps there back in the day. So, happy to have you on board the community, huh? Oh, that was exciting. And I was really happy to get that W. Usually I don't pick those up against Universal Quantifier, and he had to change his playing style against me. I wasn't ready for that, but I was ready to play. So, looking forward to the next match. I do have a chance in this tournament. Definitely taking the W gives me a solid shot at going further. Now, what else do we have? We have Mukku Special facing Dandy's Allbath, and if you remember, made today, happy to have you here. So, Mukku Special, we saw him in the last grand finals, and we also saw that same Zabel in the last grand finals, and I did manage to take a W off of it. So I feel like a semi-finalist already. We'll see how it goes. Now, we'll see a difference in name here. Mukku will be playing as Mukku, but Dandy and playing Allbath will be playing as Angra here on Fightgate. We should have that match coming up immediately. Here we go. So, Mukku on Bishamon and Dandy playing as Allbath. Now stuck on Dimitri. Do we have a disconnection here? No character selection done yet. We might be looking at a reset here since Dandy didn't pick up a character. Let's see how it goes. Yep, we are getting a reset. Let me... Oh, that sounds bad on my headphones. Let me drop that stream and let's... Yeah, button issues. I would have thought so. And I mean, if the cursor is not moving in the beginning, probably we are gonna have a reset. That's the way it usually goes. But then, of course, we have plenty of time, so not a problem with that. We'll just wait a little bit and we'll get Dandy ready to play Allbath instead of getting the auto-pick Dimitri there. So let's hold on a second and then we'll join the next fight. Click, click. We should have the match coming up right now on your screen, on your eyeballs. So let's go. Let's go. Yeah, there we go. Hunster was a bit of a pain to set up. I am sure it was. It looked like a nightmare. Fightgate 2 though is an easy thing to set up. If you want to play fighting games online, Fightgate is super easy to go ahead and set up. And still no go. Another beehive sound bzzz on the old headphones here. So we'll have to wait just a little bit longer. I wonder what the issue is, but hey, it's still probably button related. And I mean, all you have to do in this game is press buttons, so if you have problems with those said buttons, yeah, you're gonna have problems playing the game, so very understandable. Let's be patient. And there's a lot of people looking to play here tonight. It's 18 people looking to play, and only 2 of those are of our tournament community. So that's 16 other people. 16 other people looking to play. Very popular game by Fightgate standards. You got it running eventually. Yeah, you need to set up VPNs and all sorts of crazy stuff for that. I am waiting for Monster Hunter Rise, so I can just play online by utilizing my normal Wi-Fi instead of dropping on a VPN of unknown origin. Don't prefer doing that. So, Dandy's stick is having issues, alright? So, Video Crabble, are we looking at a buy or we are looking at a timeout for that issue? We are going to be playing match number 4 first. That means that if you look at the brackets, it's gonna be Eedu's Gallon and NINLIA's Dimitri. NINLIA, the new character, and Eedu, a rather new player to these fighting games in our community. By no means, I don't think a new player to fighting games, but is a new player in our community, I would feel. At least not one of the more vocal members of the community, so there's that. Let's give a nice welcome to Eedu as NINLIA teaches the game. This is Vampire Savior, the Lord of Vampire. If you play this in the West, it's called Darkstalkers. It's an arcade fighting game. If you play the Japanese version, it's Vampire Savior. Third game of the Darkstalker series, Capcom fighting games. Yeah, it's a very cool fighting game, and a lot of the people from our community did enjoy this the last time. So here we go. This is the C-ranked TVstä tuttu. I'll be referring to him as NINLIA, as Video Crabble there in the chat, and that's gonna be Eedu playing as Eedu. So NINLIA picking up Dimitri, and Eedu playing as Gallon. So we're gonna see two Gallons in this tournament. Let's see what is the difference in playstyle between Eedu's Gallon and jxzo's Gallon that we saw earlier in the first match. There should be a difference, and that's one of the interesting things in these fighting games, is the difference in execution each player brings. Now I can immediately say that Eedu has been practicing and knows his character. That's a bread and butter 4-hit, and that's been practiced before. No doubt about it. Nice tech hit there. NINLIA adapting and they got 3-hit combo. Try to jump over that big attack. Not possible. Gets thrown and pushed into the corner. Now, it appears that in corner, that 4-hit combo is translated to 3 hits. But yeah, Video Grapple can't respond to you now. Checkroma's Video Grapple is playing. So if you see on screen TV:ssä tuttu, that's Video Grapple's Nikon fight game. So probably we'll get back to you in a second. Now did get the drop and is maybe a third of a bar behind, now all even. So NINLIA fighting back, connects with the ES move. Big connection there and is leading, but Gallon is regenerating very rapidly. If you see that health come up. Takes the first W, so one round up there for Eedu. Let's see what Video Grapple changes. Yeah, one match up for Eedu. Let's see what Video Grapple brings to the next fight. Second fight of that first match was pretty close though. So I think NINLIA is picking up some steam here. He's able to connect a throw, but is now pushed back. Pushed back quite heavily, and a 4-hit connecting, and another into a 3-hit, and that's massive damage. Those 3-hit combos I think finish on a big hit or a big kick at the bottom. That's gonna be the low sweep, or the sweep there. Yeah, and I also hope everyone has had a good day. And I think the players of our community are happy to be playing. We do this every other Wednesday. So should be a happy day for them as well. NINLIA in trouble here. Now very low. Is able to do an anti-ES move, but will have to get some real value out of this corner. He's doing some damage and is effectively emptying his meter, but that resource has been used and gets pushed back into the corner as Eedu takes a rather confident looking 2-0. That's gonna relegate NINLIA to the losers bracket, but that's not gonna be my opponent. In the losers bracket of match number 5, I'm gonna be playing as jxzo's Gallon. Then NINLIA will be playing the loser of Mukku and Dandy. That should be the next match, but let's see if the player has been able to fix their joystick issues. I do hope so. Fraeon, welcome to the chat. Gallons of fun. Gallons of fun. I think Galleon is a warship. So, yeah. Gallons of fun. We'll call it that. Or old pirate warship of sorts, I suppose. Enough rambling. Let's see if we are ready for the third match. Is that whiskey? That's rum, my friend. That is rum. Something to go along with my invisible water here. But I do prefer my whiskies as well. Whiskies are a weekend kind of drink. Rum is for fighting game tournaments. So, let's hope that things work. At least Dandy, or All Angra here, has been able to pick a character, so things are looking up for Dandy. Yep, jump is working, block is working, and some of the attack buttons are working. I think we have a match. My money is on Mukku taking this. Mystery Frogman, not so much. But of course I don't remember how Dandy plays this game. I do remember Mukku making it all the way to the finals last time. Those are big connections coming from the Frogman. That's a 7-hit connection there. And a frog, tongue, throw. Okay, yeah, frog, tongue, throw. That's a hard thing to pronounce. That's the Nightmare World. Gives some extra mobility. And a weird swimming attack. And this, I think, is the Hiroshima stage with the American bombers flying overhead and the ruined buildings. Dreadful map. Very close. All Bath goes down, but is able to probably take Bishamon down very quickly here. Shouldn't be too far behind on health. If All Bath can cross the distance, get a little closer. Mukku is playing with Bishamon's advantages in mind and keeping his distance, to some extent at least, utilizing that projectile play that Bishamon has. Angra and All Bath pretty far behind on health, 30 seconds on the clock. So that's gonna be a lot of damage to do. Dandy has had a hard time after the initial rushes, has had a hard time damaging Mukku's Bishamon. So that 20 seconds, well, it's half a meter of life, but it's not going to happen as Dandy moves to be a little bit more aggressive. Bishamon is able to punish and takes a W. So one up more. But then we have another attempt for Angra or Dandy. So, what I do prefer seeing in these games is an even match and close, fair fight. So I do hope that Dandy is able to take a round here, get a life lead, and see how the game is different. Because Bishamon does have some giveaway options if Bishamon picks up a life lead like it did here. That's the ghost connecting into the automatic or the free follow-up followed up by that chase attack on the ground, and that's quite a bit of damage. If the ghost connects, wave mode incoming for All Bath. You can see the timer there. Difference for this character, it doesn't stop from the first hit you take. You actually get a full timer of it. There we saw All Bath's smoke attack, which stuns your opponent, but you have to be ready to do damage after that. Now, Dandy fighting out of that corner is going to be in real trouble here, as Bishamon keeps picking up a further and further life lead and getting pushed into that corner. Not an ideal situation to be in. Ghost connecting again. Now would be the time for All Bath to regenerate some health and not push in. Pretty much quite a bit of, as you see, white life there, and that white life does regenerate pretty rapidly. That's 3/4 of a meter of a life advantage. Angra with a special attack. Yeah. Mukku with the defense, triple tech hit in the corner. Well defended against that. No punishes, but he's able to waste a meter, and that's a fast projectile super. That's gonna cost at least a meter. But hey, a ghost connecting is a ghost connecting, and Mukku takes the W. That's 2 up Mukku, or 2-0 Mukku. So that was match number 3, played as the third match done. That means that we are done with the preliminary rounds, first 4 matches, and we are going to be moving on to the losers bracket. Yeah, the health bar keeps regenerating, and it regenerates fast, but it doesn't regenerate more than the white health. So, you know, if you lose more and more health, you can only get the white portion back. Now, the 5th match is me versus Gallon. So, more gallons of fun coming up, and more of my gameplay coming up. Let's see how I do. I'm going to challenge jxzo into a first to 2. I don't think jxzo has a rank enabled, so we're just gonna have to keep count by ourselves here. And as you remember, it is character log, so same characters but made different colors. Let's pick up the Lord Felicia here and let's go. More fighting, less talking. Save me connecting, by the lucky there. Confirm. I got the yes. Low punch hit confirming into the ES, feels good, man. Or EX, I should say. Well, I picked up the 1-up. I was feeling kinda confident after taking that one round off of Universal Quantifier. Let's see how this goes. Shouldn't be overconfident here. No, should not have jumped. That one. I will need to defend against that. There we go, 2-0. ES finish, not EX finish, but did get the 2-0 W against jxzo here. So, still feeling confident, but I will have to face the winner of the next match some point in the future. It's not gonna be the match after, but it's gonna be the winner of Dandy versus NINLIA that I will have to face. So I'll be playing against... No, that's incorrect. I will not be playing the winner of this match. I will be playing the winner of another match. So let's not talk about that. So we are going to be looking at Fraeon and Universal Quantifier. So what I was saying before, I'm looking forward to my Nintendo Switch. I got the Switch and that's going to be easy to play Monster Hunter Rise on. So I'm looking forward to my multiplayer Monster Hunter Rise. I'm just going to play my Monster Hunter Freedom Unite on single player. Lumia might feel small, like the game has one round with multiple bars instead of actual multiple rounds. I agree with you, and it's a huge difference to the pacing of the game, where you have to be immediately pressing buttons when you go down. So you don't get a breather, you don't get a break, you have to keep pressing buttons. And for me, at least, I messed that up in the first tournament so many times. I would stop playing when I went down. And in this, you have to get up and you have to keep pushing. And you're gonna be facing a life lead. If you go down first, your opponent is gonna have a life lead. So that's a pretty unique mechanic for this game. No breather, and you don't get the life advantage reset, anything like that. You just continue fighting off. So basically, you are correct in that it's more like a continuation. This is now, of course, the second fight we see. Did I make a mistake in the order? Yeah, I called the wrong match. This is, of course, Dandy and NINLIA playing. So we did see these players play. This is the losers bracket match. If you want to see the bracket for yourselves, just go !bracket in the chat. You can find the challenge link there. So I was thinking of Fraeon and Universal Quantifier playing soon, but this is, of course, Dandy's Olbath and NINLIA's Dimitri. But I was about to say, we did see this Olbath perform already, and same as last fight, very heavy on the initial damage and big on the initial combos. NINLIA is one of our previous tournament winners and has been able, Devesa Tuttu here, has been able to take a W in this season, but is now fighting for dear life in the losers bracket. Has a bit of a life lead coming up. Yeah, and that's enough. Gets another throw in the corner. And Angra or Dandy having a little bit of trouble in that corner fighting out. So strong on the offense, not as good when pushed on the defensive on Dandy's Olbath, I feel. Right. So, 1-up NINLIA, another chance for Dandy's Olbath here. Or Angra, as it's there on Fightgate. Throw connections, but not so many connections on that corkscrew kick. Angra not able to combo or confirm into that combo hit. Is able to do 3 hits. Gets the smoke attack in, but no immediate punish. $5k? What do you mean? Oh, but again, a little behind on health. NINLIA, as is his style, jumps quite a bit. Seems to start to prefer aerial characters or characters with decent air moves, since he keeps jumping so much. But hey, I also play a pretty jump heavy playstyle, and Felicia suits me fine for that purpose. NINLIA going for that corner jump in on minimal range. No anti-air done there by Allbath. I wonder what are the anti-air tools by Allbath. We haven't seen a Dragon Punch style move, and I'm not super familiar on every character's movesets, but I don't see very many viable anti-air options against NINLIA's very jump heavy playstyle. Okay, what's the orb gonna do? That looks like an unblockable situation. If you let the orb come in, you have to block it high, and then Allbath can go low on the other attack. So you have to be ready for that. That looks to be an unblockable. Nice damage setup there to force damage though. If your opponent keeps distance and isn't on the offense, you can go for that. NINLIA with the W there takes 2 wins. So, with those 2 wins, that's the last we are gonna see of Dandy's Allbath in the tournament. NINLIA continues in the losers bracket, Dandy is dropped out of the tournament, so that's the first 6 matches out of the way, and now we are going to see Fraeon versus Universal Quantifier. Universal Quantifier with that very scary finals quality Zabel, facing Fraeon Sasquatch. And Fraeon, if you remember in the first fight, had a very confident looking fight against jxzo. So, well, let's just put it this way. Fraeon had an easier warm-up fight coming into this. Let's see if the players are ready. We should have match number 7 coming on the screen in just a short second. We should have Fraeon's Y on screen and we should have Universal Quantifier on screen, but neither player is ready. Oh, they're not because they already sent the challenge and I was too slow. Let's pick up the match here. Let's go. Yep. We got there in time. So, Fraeon's Y or Fraeon on the left and Universal Quantifier on the right. Switched now, of course. And back again. Sasquatch, not immediately as mobile as Felicia is, will have a bit of a harder time with Zabel's long distance zoning style attacks. Yeah, and that air hit connecting, very strong airplay there by Universal Quantifier, is winning almost all jumps. Almost every situation where both players jump, Zabel takes it. Sasquatch is having no luck in air. Gets ducked. That's a bad mana move. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. Ah, full health bar behind. Gets thrown in the air and pushed into the corner. Sasquatch apparently has no viable long distance anti-air to those attacks. And jumping seems like a bad play. Goes into penguin mode. Unfortunately, no damage there. Right, that's scary Zabel play. And that's what I remember seeing from the last tournament. Let's see what Fraeon can do for the next fight. A change of game plan with the yellow snowman. Don't leak the yellow snowman. Jumping hasn't worked so far. Sasquatch or Fraeon keeps going for it though. Hasn't been able to utilize that poke as effectively, as it is a rather short range fast attack compared to what Zabel is putting out. 2-hit combo there. Into a poke, but nothing to follow it up with. Maybe too far. Throw got teched. Didn't get dunked. Penguin mode. Exploding penguins connect. But not enough damage on those penguins. More penguins, extra penguins. Oh, is this a different mode? No penguins. But poking for death. Still, far behind on life. A full health bar behind, isn't it? Oh, no, it's full, all even, I should say. Not a full health bar behind. So, now falling a little bit behind. Hard time fighting out of that corner. And Universal Quantifier, of course, wants to keep his opponent stuck there. Now gets out. But you can see the mobility difference of these two characters. Zabel compared to Sasquatch is all over the place. Just hugely more mobile character with a longer distance set of attacks. Sasquatch does have these rush-in style attacks, jumping in attacks or hopping in attacks, and does have those pokes. There, that connected, and I wonder what should be the combo follow-up to that. As alone in this game, single attacks, if they are light or medium, don't do very much damage. You have to go for combos, or you have to go for the heavy attacks, which often have multiple hits. Now, of course, on Zabel's moveset, those are kinda hard to identify, but I do believe that those chainsaw attacks are the heavies for Zabel. I think the heavy kick, that one, the fierce kick, is the chain knee attack. Timeout win for Zabel. 2 wins, and Universal Quantifier moves on. And Fraeon is dropped into loser's bracket. That means that not next, but the match after that, I'll be playing against Fraeon Sasquatch. Am I? No, I won't. NINLIA will be playing against Fraeon Sasquatch. I will be playing the winner of the next match. So what we have coming up is we're gonna have match number 8. That's gonna be on the winner's bracket. That's gonna be Mukku's Bishamon versus Eedu's Gallon. And Eedu's Gallon was looking really good. Was looking very solid in the first match. Mukku, of course, a veteran player by now. And Mukku did, like I mentioned, did have a good run in the last tournament, and we saw him in the grand finals there in the replay before the matches started. So this should be a good one. I'm hoping for a good match here. Let's go. A guru meditation, what the shit is this? Let me just restart my emulation here, because it crashed. It hard crashed. So just a second while I kill the client. There we go, client is now dead, and I will rejoin the match. I got an Amiga style guru meditation on my screen. I wonder if that was transmitted on the stream. But let's try the same thing again. Let's push the exact same buttons and see if we get a picture up here on screen. Come on now. Yeah, there we go. So we are coming up, recovering from a crash on my side. It doesn't happen very often, but it does happen. Where are we? We are all even. It's all even on life. With Eedu in the corner. Quite a bit of white health, but goes on the offense. Nice tech there. Push blocking, definitely a new tool in Mukku's toolbox. 3-hit combo. Tried to go for the 4-hit, but as the 4th hit didn't connect, Mukku was able to punish out of it. That's interesting. So it's not safe for Gallon to go for that 4-hit combo unless the range is correct. That might change Eedu's game plan just a little bit. Nice throw there, forcing Eedu in the corner. Well, I wonder when will we see the first ghost connection. There we go, trying for the ghost. Trying for the chase. No dice. Nice little jump in, going for another ghost there. I asked and it was answered. The ghosts are... Well, you see 2 ghosts on the screen, but they are infinite. You can try for the ghost as many times as you want. Slicing attack, connecting without the ghost, followed up by that chase, and Mukku takes a 1-up. That was very close, and either play with a big hit there could have taken the W. This is what I like to see in these tournaments. Very close fighting. Second match, Mukku up by 1, let's go. Double dash punished into a 2-hit. Bishamon finally able to get out of that corner with that well-timed throw. 2 hits, the third hit not connecting, should have gone for a different button at the end of that too, so you can get 2 sword pokes at the ground, but then the third hit has to be something else for Bishamon. Another nice tech hit there in the corner, does help to break out of the corner, but the damage is into Eedu's favor. Now, Gallon ahead by 3/4 of a bar? No, less than half a bar. Gallon ahead less, and Eedu ahead less than by half a bar, I think is the way to say it. Regardless. Bishamon taking his time, Mukku playing a little bit of an offenseless game, retreating quite a bit, and taking his time, making sure that he gets those counterattacks in. With the first guard cancel we saw in this game. That's a DP motion during a block, and the timing for that is kinda strict. But hey, like I said, I was expecting to see a closely fought match, and that it was. It's 1-1 now. Could go either way. I would hesitate to call it either way. Mukku is an adaptive player, but Eedu is able to dish out some real damage here. So let's see what they bring. Best of 3, last fight for these in the winner's bracket. Back to Hiroshima. With Bishamon with a small life lead. Not significant yet, but trying to eke a little bit more. Now in a lead. Ghost connecting, I think. No, that's the projectile attacking. And the air projectile attack followed by the chase on the ground. That's good for extra damage. The air projectile does knock down for enough time to chase after landing. Significant lead for Mukku. Now we see there that Gallon is able to do at least 3 of those howl dashes in a row. Air projectile not connecting. No air projectile on the second time, but on the third time again. So Mukku trying to alternate between aerial attacks at least, not spamming that air projectile. Opting for sword slashes up close. Okay, that's 2 special moves wasted. Only a little connection the second. But does go into that dark world mode and is able to do a 7-hit combo, taking down Bishamon's first bar of health. And some throw play coming, Ghost connecting into that sword slash, into the chase. And that's the big damage combo by Bishamon. And all it needs is for that Ghost to connect. So Mukku takes a W there and continues in the winner's bracket. Mukku will be facing Universal Quantifier Sable. That's gonna be a repeat of the last Grand Finals. But before we go on to my third match, we are gonna see NINLIA's Dimitri facing Fraeon's Sasquatch. That's gonna be match number 9 for all of you following along. So I see that Eedu and Universal Quantifier have also progressed to C rank now. So we are losing D rank players from the Finnish community, moving up in the world, getting those C ranks in. Happy to see that. Do we have the next match ready? Fraeon and NINLIA. I see that NINLIA is looking for a match, and I see that Fraeon is there available on Fightcade. So we should have the next match starting momentarily. If you want to play with other people, this or other older fighting games, go to fightcade.com. So that's fight as in fighting and cade as in arcade, Fightcade. And that'll give you an opportunity to find a community of other players. Depending on your game, you might have to wait for some games, but some of these games are quite popular. And like I said, there are plenty of people looking to play tonight, even outside of our Discord community. Right, match number 9. The Yellow Snow Sasquatch versus the Vampire Count. NINLIA starting off with a characteristic jump. If only Fraeon had an anti-air at his disposal. Well, throwing, but I think NINLIA landed on that. And you know, if you don't let your opponent jump, you don't have to do an anti-air. There we go. Strong start by Fraeon's Y. Lost almost no health. NINLIA will have to fight back here. And we'll need to find some tools. Bat connecting, but that's not a big damage hit, by any means. More of an irritant. Gets frozen, Sub-Zero style. Yeah, NINLIA is definitely fighting back. Look at the health bars. Fraeon is going down, and NINLIA did have a good bit of fight there. Oh, that's an anti-air button. I think that's a crouching fierce punch for Sasquatch. It's a very close range anti-air, but we did see an anti-air button. It's not an anti-air command move or special, it's just, I think, down and fierce punch. But at least Sasquatch has an anti-air. I wonder if it works. Is this penguin mode? No penguins. I wonder if it works against the drill kick. Probably not though. So it's not a super great anti-air. That Dark World mode was kind of... well, nothing came out of it. ES bite connecting. NINLIA jumping in. And jumping down. Yeah. Penguin mode. Nope. Yeah. NINLIA played smart there, as the Dark World mode came in, started spamming projectiles, wasting that time, but it's not enough and he was not able to get any damage in, and Fraeon takes the first W with the Yellow Snow Snowman. Still keeping the Yellow Snow Snowman. I mean, there's 6 colors to choose from at least, maybe even a 7th on the start button, but he has to play with the Yellow Snowman. Right, let's rejoin the action here. Both players generating meters at roughly the same speed, but of course both players doing roughly the same amount of damage, so that is to be expected. And if the opponent is in the air but low in the air, that ice barrier attack will connect and freeze the opponent. Maybe you can do a chase after that. Dimitri, forced into a corner, gets thrown on an attempt to go out and taken down by a poke. I think the throw was cancelled. And after the throw was cancelled, NINLIA went for the ES bite. And effectively demolishing his opponent with that meter usage. We even saw there that Sasquatch is in reality a cosplayer. So cosplay revealed and NINLIA takes the W. Yellow Snow cosplayer Sasquatch. I do prefer it when Fraeon goes for the offensive and goes for those big initiating hops. They seem to work quite well and they seem to be rather safe on block. Then we saw another hop-in attack, and it was safe on block, and if not blocked, it does quite a bit of damage. Some ES mode weirdness going on. I don't know what that move was. Some of the animations for Sasquatch are really difficult to read, but that goes for the players as well, it's not just me. Sweep connecting, and I think that was the legendary anti-air sweep. And I mean, with NINLIA jumping as much as he does, Fraeon has plenty of opportunity to learn which moves work as anti-airs and which don't. That's a very slow projectile, the flaming bat attack. It's pretty slow, and it's not even full screen. It's kinda medium range and slow. Connected there. Okay, so it's almost full screen. Sasquatch, I had it live by not half a bar, but let's say a third. Penguin mode, no penguins. Going for those little pokes. Gonna drink here while we watch. These players have problems doing big combos or big damage, and it's taking them quite a bit of time. We are now 15 seconds on the clock, and timeout is a real possibility here. It would be a shame for NINLIA to lose on a timeout win here, but he will have to be very offensive in the last 10 seconds if he wants to close that life gap, and when he does that, well, he's gonna get punished from time to time. Last chance saloon, 2 seconds on the clock. Not enough. Time over. So with a timeout win, Fraeon goes 2-1 in the losers bracket. That is match number 9 done, and I will be facing Eedu's Gallon. That's gonna be rough. That was a scary looking Gallon. So let me throw out a challenge here, and let's see how we do. First to 2 against Eedu, let's go. I don't think I've played against Eedu before, so this will be interesting. But also, well, Gallon looked kinda scary. I'm not gonna lie. Pick up the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu colored Felicia. No, it's too slow. Jumping away, not that great strategy. Yeah, that is hard. Oh, he can do multiples. How many? 5. Confirming. Too bad it missed. That's not safe. No, he confirmed. He was ready for that. Unfortunate. Really unfortunate. But not ready for that. Whew, that was close. I was more effective utilizing my meter at least. That makes my heart race. Let's see if I can get another one. Not an easy fight by any means. Points. That sucks. Good ball. Oh, what? We lost. What did we do? Just the wrong button there. We go lucky. Lost the wrong button mid there. I lost the round. Well, I do get another opportunity. This is a fun fight. I do prefer this matchup. Same color, let's go. Too slow. Way too slow. I had an opportunity to punish and I didn't take it. And that jump in wasn't a good plan, and I stopped playing. I should remember to continue playing when I take a hit. Too low, too slow. No! Could have forced the damage in the corner. Unfortunate. Could have turned either way. And I felt my opponent get a little tentative there towards the end. That was a nice fair fight. And it was hard fighting all the way through. So I don't feel bad at all taking a loss there against Eedu's Gallon. It was very fun and I look forward to seeing the Eedu Fraeon match coming up. But that was a really fun fight and I think so far the most fun I've had playing Vampire Savior. So definitely gave me a nice feeling about this game. I had a 2-1 loss, a 2-0 victory, and another 2-1 loss. So even though I lost 2 matches, I did take a round of both players, so I can feel myself kind of narrowing down that skill cap there. Feel myself getting that much better at the game. And that's definitely a nice feeling to have. But with that said, I am out of the tournament, but the tournament is by no means over. And we have more fighting game action coming your way, and we are going to see, well, we might even see the winners bracket match here, so that Eedu gets a moment of rest, but we'll see how it goes. So there have been times when we will playing on 8 players, where the tournament organizer has decided that we'll give the losers bracket player a chance to rest just a little bit, and we'll take the winners bracket match first, but we'll see how it goes. Eedu versus Fraeon is first, so we don't have that at this moment. We are gonna go exactly according to brackets. And that's the way we like it. Smart move there. Because you don't want to think, well, I mean, I can relate. Thinking is hard, man, it's really hard. So, we should have Eedu's Gallon playing again versus Fraeon's Sasquatch. Now, I might be a little bit biased here towards Eedu, but I think Fraeon is gonna have a hard fight on his hands with that Sasquatch flag. But we'll see. Maybe the Yellow Snow cosplay Sasquatch will pull off a surprise here. I certainly hope so. Let me stretch just a little bit here and I'll let you guys enjoy the match while I quiet down for a little. Ready to continue. So where are we? We are even Steven. Both down, one after the other. So all even. Yeah, okay, that's fun. Eedu can control Gallon in the air and choose whichever direction he wants, and drew a square fuzzle. I'm not sure of the utility of drawing squares midair, but hey, to each their own, or however that saying goes. Alright, penguin mode. No penguins though. I wonder, what will Sasquatch have to do to get those penguins into the dark world? This, I think, is Gallon's dark mode. Eedu takes the close W. Not a free match by any means. Fraeon with a fighting chance coming up to the second match. This is going to be elimination time for one of these players. The winner of this match will proceed to the loser's semifinals. And after this match, we are going to have the winner's semifinals. Yeah. So, this is the loser's quarters. And as is fitting for the late tournament matches, it's very close fought. Gallon gets an opportunity to regenerate a little bit here, getting quite a bit of life advantage from taking his opponent down with all that white health bar. And that's one of the reasons why you have to keep on the offensive if you want to take your offensive down in Vampire Savior. They will regenerate if you don't do damage. If you stop pushing, your opponent gets to rest and the life bar will fill. It's a matter of seconds. Penguin mode, there we go. Little explode penguins, go explode penguins, do your stuff. One penguin connecting there, but very brave of those little penguins to try. Probably my favorite attack of the game. Feels much more fun compared to the whatever wolf tail Gallon has. Unfortunately, the penguin mode is not good enough and Eedu takes the 2-0 win and goes to the loser's semis. So we have the winner's semifinals here. That will be Universal Quantifiers Zabel versus Mukku's Bishamon. And it may well be that the loser of this match drops to the loser's semis. Yeah, the loser of this match is gonna drop to the loser's semifinals. And if they win that, well, we're gonna see a repeat of this match, right? So we would have to see Universal Quantifier or Mukku, either of these players, drop 2 fights in a row in order not to have this match repeated in the grand finals. So it's very well possible that we see Universal Quantifier and Mukku again in the grand finals. But it's too early to call that. Looking at Eedu's play, Eedu had NINLIA and Mukku, and it was a 2-1 against Mukku. So definitely, certainly, Eedu has a fighting chance against Mukku. Should Mukku drop here? And that by no means is a foregone conclusion, but this matchup is a repeat of the last grand finals we had in November 2020. This will come down to the quantity of ghost connections by Bishamon, I feel. Mukku has been practicing his blocking techniques and those should serve him well if he is forced to near the corner. That's the first ghost connection, but no chase. Too far for it, I feel. And a 4-hit with that sword. Mukku learned the correct combination. We saw in the earlier part of the tournament where he did those 2-hit combos on the ground. Now going for the correct 4-hit one. Ghost missing into a throw. I wonder if that's smashable. Bishamon with quite the life advantage here. Nice connection there. Almost done. Just a little bit more. will need to get a hit in. That air projectile blocked, ground projectiles blocked and blocked and blocked again. Will give Universal Quantifier an opportunity to move in and go on the offensive, but that's punished, and Mukku takes the first win. Willing to get that finals slot. Let's see what Universal Quantifier can do about that. Torture Chamber. Probably neither player's home map. Bishamon probably has a Japanese themed background, and Zabel the UK map. Zabel with a completely different damage profile, taking Bishamon down in record time. Something has definitely changed, and now Mukku fighting out of that corner rather desperately. Won't be able to jump out, won't be able to walk out. Is in definite trouble. Now gets the jump out. Nice card cancel there with a guitar riff. Ghost connecting. No chase. A second ghost, now chasing. Yeah, there we go. That's a lot of damage, but look at the regeneration speed on Zabel. Mukku will have to continue doing damage, and does. But Bishamon is so close to death now. Going to 1-1. That first part of the match, a complete disaster for Mukku. And picked up steam in the second part of it, but it's now 1-1. So that's what Universal Quantifier has to say about that. Both players wheeling their way into that final slot. Let's see how it goes. Back to Hiroshima. Definitely a place where you would expect to see a British punk zombie fighting. But hey, them's the breaks, and that's Vampire Savior for you. It's not super serious. A couple pokes, a couple throws, but that big leg attack connecting and a 2-hit to follow it up is quite a bit of damage. Zabel can dish out surprising amount of damage in a short while. It doesn't take long at all to get beaten down by Zabel. Bishamon relies on those few, well, the 4-hit ground combo that we saw, and that ghost combo with a follow-up. Those have been the big damage tools that Mukku has, but the ghost would have to connect, but gets dunked! Oh, bad style. But hey, it's 2 points, and all even. Last round, and both players starting it off with a full life bar. This is gonna come down to the wire. Too close to call. Mukku trying for that ghost, pretty far away, but then again, the ground attack after the ghost does have a huge range. So, rather nice, very safe tool at Mukku's Bishamon arsenal. 1 hit connecting there, but not comboable. Dodges the dunk attempt by jumping. Still even, but 20 seconds left on the clock. This might even be a timeout win. If both players are this tentative and keeping the distance, it's really hard to tell who has the life advantage. I would say Bishamon has a small life advantage, but that's wasted, and now Zabel is ahead. But not for long if he will have to... Yeah, that's the call play. And Bishamon with the advantage takes the KO, takes the 2-1, goes to the grand finals. Universal Quantifier is dropped to the losers bracket, goes to the losers bracket semifinals, and will have to face Eedu Scallop next. If you remember, Eedu first took out NINLIA, was dropped 2-1 by Mukku. Beat me 2-1 and took out Fraeon 2-0. So Eedu has had quite a bit of fights, has always come out on top, and now has to beat Zabel to get to that finals slot. The winner of this match goes to the grand finals, the loser goes home. And this being an online tournament in 2021, the loser stays home. But that doesn't sound nearly as dramatic now, does it? Let me get a drink of invisible water here while we wait for the next match to come online. I wonder if I should update my Twitch description. I'll see if I have time to do that. Tournament finals time. Yeah, that's updated. Now we're gonna have a million more viewers because I wrote finals there in the description. Pro streamer right there. Do we have the next match ready? Because I don't wanna keep blathering about this stuff. We do. I'm saved. So here we go. Universal Quantifier versus Eedu. Zabel versus the Wolfman. First attack in. Let's go. Thinking about it, well, the character is British, so it's probably Zabel, not Zabel. Them sprigs. Gallon in serious trouble here from the get-go, but gets the 4-hit combo in. Is able to do a 3-hit of that air attack, is in a solid lead. And you see just how damaging that Gallon play is. If you allow for that 4-hit combo to connect, you cannot let Gallon continue to dish out damage. And that's the 4-hit combo that Eedu has been practicing, obviously has practiced that. 2 holes and the third connecting into a 3-hit combo. But then again, you have to block left, right, left, but that's not always the case. That's a deceptively hard attack to defend against. And a pretty safe attack, as we saw there. The first hit maybe not connecting, almost blocked, and Gallon able to make some distance, get to a safe location. That jump in punished with a follow-up. With a sliver of health left, but the fierce air attack connects, and Zabel takes the 1-up. Universal Quantifier willing to get that, wanting to get that finals repeat of the semifinals. We'll see if it happens. We'll see what Eedu has to say about that. And if you're just joining because I updated the description, this is the loser semifinals and we will have the grand finals coming up. The winner of this is gonna go to the grand finals and that's coming up immediately after this fight. Or these 2 fights. It's best of 3, first 2. Gallon in trouble. Jumping out of that corner hasn't worked very well. Universal Quantifier seems to have an aerial advantage. Has a nice mid-range anti-air button. Now misses that electric spin. Wolf Howl Dash connecting for 2 hits. It's nowhere near enough damage. Eedu in real trouble. And probably dropping out of this. But hey, we've seen the damage output by Gallon. Let's see if Eedu can pull a rabbit out of the hat here and get a couple of combos in. The Wolf Howl is not gonna be it. It'll have to be those 4 and 3 hit combos. Yeah, spending meat on that, kinda hopeful. But then again, when you are in that position, you have to keep pressing buttons, that's for sure. So, Universal Quantifier takes the win and goes to fight again in the grand finals. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Winners final. He's gonna fight in the grand finals. Okay. So that's the whole bracket. Now we know what's up. It's gonna be. It's gonna be. This is not updated. It's gonna be Mukku Spishamon versus Universal Quantifiers Zabel in the grand finals. Yeah, and brackets are now up to date. That's good. So, finals time. Do I have time to take bets here? Oh, I should remember to take bets. Where was that tool again? I do remember I have a button for it. It's somewhere in this moderator view, but I'm gonna pick up the match here for you. Where's that button? There we go. I'm gonna give you 1 minute to vote, starting now. Vote with your channel points. Who's gonna take the grand finals? Mukku or Universal Quantifier? So that's something new. We can now vote with our channel points. I myself, I seem as the streamer, I seem to have infinite channel points, but I don't get to vote, so I'll let you guys decide. Of course, it's getting a little bit more unfair now that we see a little bit of a live lead, but it's back to even now, so hey, voting is fair again. There we go. 70 versus 150, okay. Just a little more time to get your votes in. Ghost connecting, but too slow on that follow-up attack. The ghost alone doesn't do much. Yeah, video trouble, the match has started. I know, I had enough of a presence of mind to pick up the match while I was looking for my button to press. But thank you for that, it keeps me honest. Now we have the ghost connection with the follow-up, with the chase. Going for that ES projectile, that doesn't connect. Gets a small punish over that rushing, and a 7-hit combo to follow up. That was a new 7-hit combo, followed up by the ghost connection into the follow-ups. But it's all even now, 1-1. Now remember, this is a double elimination format, and Universal Quantifier is coming out of the loser's bracket. Should Universal Quantifier win this, well, it means he'll have to win again. The bracket is reset in the middle. Now, for the points, we are looking at the grand finalist winner, so I'm gonna announce the results. Should Universal Quantifier win once, I'm not gonna close the vote there yet. I'm not gonna announce the result, we'll have to see who actually takes the prize. Man, is it ever so close. These players have been in this situation before. They know each other's fighting styles, and they've been watching. I know both players watch the stream occasionally, Mukku especially, so they should be familiar. And a timeout win to Universal Quantifier. Wants to reset the bracket, let's see how that goes. And this I feel is Bishamon's home stage, the Japanese ghost house. With the scary mouthy lamp there and the vampire lady. If you ever walk into an abandoned Japanese village house and there is a lady who shouldn't be there, you are in trouble. These characters, of course being monsters, are not in real trouble here. Bishamon with the big 5-hit combo, keeping Universal Quantifier in that corner. Teleports out, has to teleport out, air projectile connecting with the follow-up, with the chase. And the pokes taking the win there. But there's another life bar left for Universal Quantifier. Mukku battling over that corner, gets a 3-hit in. Followed up by the ghost, and no chase. Takes a couple chainsaws to the face. But that's not a lot of damage. Ghost connects, no chase. Grab connecting, and that's a long distance grab with a chase at the end. I keep saying chase a lot, don't I? Well, it's a fun word. Regardless. Zebel has been able to get back on the offensive again. And Mukku, although he had a massive life advantage, now only has half a bar of life advantage. But we've seen the damage, Bishamon's damage output. So Mukku can bide his time and wait for that big initiator to go for the bigger combos. We'll see if Universal Quantifier allows for that though. Air projectile connecting, Mukku was able to read that jump. And another jump, well read by Mukku. Big punch on the ground, that's a new move, we didn't see Mukku do that before, and it's 1-1. This might be it. Should Mukku take it, he will be our grand finals winner here. Should Universal Quantifier take it, we will fight again. Let's see, let's go. Very tentative in the beginning. A couple of push blocks there, but nothing special yet. Neither player finding a damaging opportunity. Bishamon with a bit of damage to start things off with has a small advantage. Now, launches Zabel into a corner, but teleports out. Unfortunately, that ghost didn't connect. A nice throw forces the opponent on the defensive again. And now, Universal Quantifier is low on life, goes down. Mukku looking to take the prize home. Is tonight Mukku's evening? Is looking more and more likely. A full bar of life advantage is a difficult situation to come back from. And Universal Quantifier will have to work very hard for it on these last 50 seconds. Mukku can just keep playing defensively here. Dodges, a nice read and a nice jumping dodge of that dunk attempt. I myself wouldn't have been able to see that coming. My reflexes not as fast. Nice reaction. Another nice push block there, but wasn't able to continue into a punish there on Zabel's air special. Unfortunate, because there was an opportunity there. A lot of projectile play, so Mukku certainly playing a little bit more defensive. Going for those punishes when possible, but not going for overt action here. Knows he's ahead, knows that there's 15 seconds on the clock, playing it smart. Goes down, but now, if Universal Quantifier gets a few big hits in, it might not be Mukku's timeout win. Still, that's a significant life advantage for 5 seconds. Looking more and more like Mukku's game. Last attack. And it's not enough. Our grand finals winner is Mukku. Thank you to all of our players.